Hi, welcome to a new video. You join me in my camper. I'm away in the Lake District at the moment. Today I've walked around Coppermine by Coniston. So anyway, I hope you stay with me for this little video. My idea was to get a little bit further up to that little lake before sunrise, so then I could make my way back as the sun's coming up. And according to Google Maps, it's going to take about 40 minutes from, if I move the car further up, to walk, which for me this morning is going to be really longer because I've had the worst night's sleep. It's not because of the location, it's not because of the camper, it's just because of my body. I've already took a lot of tablets to even get me moving this morning, so really I don't want to be doing that walk. I mean, it's only like, it says 1.6 miles, something like that. Most people would think, yeah, that's not a problem with me. Yeah, I like doing these trips, I like going away, but the walking, you know, it's one of those things now that it's a pain in the backside, well, pain in the back, I should say. Because really, like I say, I want the colours, which, you know, are normally around about 20 minutes before sunrise. So that's why I say at least 6 o'clock to start walking. I don't know what I'm doing, just have another coffee and then we'll decide what we're doing then. Oh shit, I can't even get to the camera. We're actually about half an hour after sunrise now. I mean, as you can see, it's cloudy, it's everything, it's spitting a rain, and I just couldn't be bothered to come out early because I knew there wouldn't be any colour. So what I've done is, like I say, I've took a really slow walk. I mean, my body is absolutely in agony, but I want to prove that I can get to that little body of water just over that way. In theory, I'm about halfway there, and I mean, it's took me, like I say, a long time to get up here, but it doesn't matter. I mean, like I say, I'm cold, I'm hurting, but I mean, again, even with the fog and the mist, it's still spectacular views. You can see behind me here, there's a little bit of colour in the sky now. The clouds, it's going a little bit orange, but it is still cloudy. But the thing is there's the stream here that leads down to that waterfall, and you've got, it's the golden light is just starting to bathe the actual thing, and it's like on an S-bend. It's absolutely lovely. Well, they do say small things amuse small minds. I like patterns and everything else. I mean, you've got all the slate, the rock and everything there, and as well here, like the moss just on the floor, and it's just like the patterns and the colours, especially in the rocks, the colours, and down here the patterns where you've got some of the grass, the greener grass growing through and the darker. I mean, what most people will think this is absolutely boring, but it's just patterns. I mean, a lot of people, you see stock websites for desktop wallpapers and stuff like that, and again, for me, it's not the actual image at the end, it's the enjoyment of taking it and seeing that and just coming across it and thinking, well, that may make a good picture. I mean, you've got the remnants of a building here. I mean, this is Coppermine, so I assume, I should have looked up on it, but there was a proper mine here, you know, getting copper, I assume. Anyway, see, I can't explain all these things. I should look into them first and trying to explain it to you guys. But yeah, I like seeing like the remnants of old buildings. It's like I always say with English heritage, it's kind of your imagination to what it was, how it was, you know, what it was like and things like that. And still standing the test test of time a little bit. I mean, a lot of it was probably used for other houses and bits and pieces as well. Yeah, it says here the mining was in the height of the 1850s. I mean, like I say, there's all different, it says remnants of all different bits around here and everything else, because there's all different mines. And as well, you've got a lot, you can see behind me here, you've got information boards that tell you a little bit about the place and everything else. I mean, for me, I'm just exploring it and see what I come across. I mean, there is a little museum just behind me here and some more, but I want to get to that body of water and then I'll come back to this because it's on the way back. But again, from here you get beautiful views of the valley. It's absolutely gorgeous, even with the fog and the spitty rain, and it's that horrible rain as well, but still really enjoyable this morning. In pain, but enjoyable. Well, the further I'm going up, the views are getting even better. I mean, you've got the stream, fast flowing stream just coming down here and just going into the valley there. Like I say, yeah, it's worth the pain. I always say that, it's worth the pain coming out. I am getting a few pictures, but I'm not doing any slow shutter speeds or anything like that. I just want to get to that body of water, like I say, but just this, it's like, it's lovely. And that, yeah, and video doesn't really do it justice. I mean, just look at the waterfall again behind me. I keep saying this, there's a lot of water. It's a stream, it's waterfalls. But like I say, it's absolutely gorgeous. Because I like going to waterfalls. I've been to that biggest one in Wales and even up to the top twice on that. That's when I could do a lot more walking. But this is more manageable and it's absolutely lovely because of the stream as well. But yeah, lovely little waterfall, and you've got the globe behind as well. I mean, I've just tried to get a few. Oops. That's near enough my camera fell. Whoa! So yeah, my camera was on the tripod, near enough fell off. Let's just wipe you off, hang on. Right, I've just tried to get a few pictures of the waterfall with a longer shutter speed, but basically it's the fine rain, it's windy, and so I've got a few anyway. And I mean, you can see the fog in the background is absolutely lovely. So I carry on up anyway. Said, even though it is spitting rain and that, I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous up here, absolutely gorgeous. I keep saying that, you just can't beat this kind of view. Another waterfall over there, and then we go that way, there's one over that way as well that is coming down the mountains. Absolutely lovely this morning. And I mean, yes, I've got to get back down. I'm going to have 5 minutes because I need a rest. I'll show you a 360-degree view. But just over that way, you can't walk that way because there's quarrying still going on, it's active. I've just come just by the side here, just a few rocks, and I'm going to sit down because it's a bit sheltered from the wind and have something to eat. It's lovely up here. And I've got all day because my idea today was basically I want to be in Blackpool this evening for the illuminations, basically go down the strip, blah, 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 and then stop over that way on. So I've kind of got all day really anyway, so my body's slow, so it's going to take me all day to get back down. enjoyed my little breakfast, and then I'm going to carry on up a little bit further. I don't know how much more I can do, but like I say, then I've got to get back down. But like I say, I've got all day. It's yeah, bit of pain, but like I say, when the valley lights up like that, it's just lovely. I mean, getting up there was absolutely horrendous. You would think, well, why the hell are we doing this? Like I say, I'm in so much pain. And I mean, I take morphine, I take paracetamol, I take a lot of other things, and I've kind of doubled up a little bit just to even get me up here, and I'm still in a lot of pain. But, you know, it's determination. Just look at the view though. Yeah, like I say, you can't beat it. You've just got to push yourself, ain't you? But yeah, we're going to carry on a little bit now. Nearly there. Like I was just saying about pain, again, this makes it worth it. I mean, just look at the height of that. But I mean, you can see, I mean, really, I'm already good high. I don't know how far I've travelled in height. You know, I've been out a good fair few hours this morning. There is a little cave there. I don't know how far back it goes. I went in a little bit, but I've only got the torch on my phone and it's low, so I had to like stoop down and yeah, move me back down like here. I didn't get that far, but if you are coming, just have a look in there. Like I say, don't know how far it goes back, but just be careful, that's all I'm saying. And again, the same just over here. I mean, well, the same everywhere here. There are some points it's subsided, and that's a don't get close to the edge. I mean, it's common sense really, isn't it? Even with me doing the photography, yes, it's sometimes better to get to a certain position, but it ain't worth risking your life or anything like that just to get a picture. You know, it's absolutely stupid. Right, again, because I don't really know the area and I don't know the walks and everything else, you can walk basically across the bridge that way and it goes all around. Basically the reservoir is behind here, the lake. There's another little cave there as well, but that's even lower than the other one. But yeah, that one goes around, but that seems a longer distance because you're coming back on yourself from that way. And so I'm going this way, and then it joins a path where it basically comes back to the museum, which was probably the easier way to actually come up. So if you're coming up this way, go through the museum at like entrancey bit and then follow the track up that way. But then you miss all the waterfall, you miss the streams and everything else. So what I'm going to do, like I say, is go that way and then maybe go that way. It's not that far, but we'll see, because like I say, my body is giving up on me, and yeah, I've got to get back down to the car. But let's put it this way, after this trip I am going to suffer for literally a week. It's worth it, let's put it like that. You've got no chance. I thought I'd finished with all the hills, but this now goes up that way, around, and then down and around that way. Now I could take the easy way and go back down the way I came, which is definitely going to be down, but then I'm seeing the same thing, which is this is a slightly different route. So I'm going to try this. I mean, according to Google Maps, from this point down to where my car is parked, it's going to take 23 minutes walking. Yeah, not like me. That doesn't seem right somehow. But we're going to carry on. Wow. Right, come up that way, and then you can go up that way and around, and then that's where that little lake is, which is obvious, isn't it, because it's what feeds the yeah, the waterfalls. So it's going to be up high, but that means going all the way up there and then back. Nah, it's a lake. It's going to look nice, but there's so many other lakes around here, and I've done what I wanted to do. I've proved that I can get to the top, and I've seen so much waterfalls, streams, and I've absolutely loved it. So I'm just going to start heading back down now anyway. I should have gone down the way that I came, because that way it was treacherous in places. You've got to have your good footwear, which I've got my walking boots on today, so I'm glad of that. But yeah, there's thin parts. I've had to come down on my backside. I've had to come down like my hands and knees, like pull myself down. Yeah, just different things, but at least I'm down and that. And again, some different views. That's the thing, is, you know, with me, I just like to explore. I know it sounds stupid. It's like in a computer game, you just explore different places, and that's what I like with this, is just to explore places and just get lost in a sense and just try and find your own way. Whereas that is a predetermined path. It does bring you out by the coppermines.co.uk. I think it's a wedding venue and stuff like that. But yeah, so like I say, we've got just some bits and pieces here, so have a look around here as well. Here you've got all different bits from the old machineries, you know, the water wheel, you've got old tram carts and everything else. I mean, I should say, actually, my granddad on my mum's side worked in a pit, a local pit in the Midlands by me, and my dad actually grew up just outside of Barnsley, and that was a pit. It was woolly colliery. So like my dad said, if they hadn't moved when I think he was about 7 or 10 or something like that, down to the Midlands, he probably would have worked in the pit. So yeah, in a sense, I'm from a pit family, if you know what I mean, a mining family. It's nice to see these kind of things out. It just makes you think, though, it would have been so much hard work for people in those days, though. That is the thing. I mean, I'm moaning about my back just doing that, but think of what they would have gone through, and without the kind of painkillers that I've got as well. Well, I'm in the barn at the moment, which is the heritage centre. It's packed full of all little different bits and pieces, wheels, bookcases, signs, basically everything. Is literally just a treasure trove of all different things. It's interesting just to see. There's a lot of signs that tell you about the place as well. Just like I say, just having a wonder. Even though it is just literally all bits of junk and everything else, it's really interesting just to see. I was just speaking to someone else, it's like it's just been dumped there and left to time, which is good in a way, because you're seeing it like, that's what I always say about like National Trust places, where you're seeing everything immaculate and as it was at the time, but not, it's not a working place, whereas this would have been working. People would have been dumping chairs that had been broken, wheels or whatever, and then fixing them and then getting them back out and so on and so forth. If you come in this way, make sure you go and have a look in there, because it's just interesting. I mean, it's basically between the two white cottages here. I mean, it was open this morning when I came, the gates were open anyway. The other thing I think is for wedding venues, but these are actually free to get into and just have a look around those little bits, and it's worthwhile, especially if you're interested in the history. Just want to see old things. Well, basically, I'm now going to head back now to the camper. It's literally the same route that I took last night and this morning, so I probably won't record unless I see anything or anything like that, and then you'll see me back at the camper. It's going to take me ages because I'm really slow at the moment. For you, it'll be a few seconds. For me, God knows how long. I'm back at the camper now. I mean, really, that has done me in. I always say this, my back's bad. I moan about it, but I'm not really moaning. I'm just sort of stating that it really does me in. But it was thoroughly enjoyable. I mean, the one thing that I will say, I mean, Windermere is only like half an hour away. And most people, if they're coming up to Lake District, think of Windermere, that's the most like touristy place. I mean, I have in the past, because it is a gorgeous lake and you've got boat trips and everything else, and it's a nice place. But if you're into waterfalls especially, and just being out and mountains and hills and nature and all that, come here, because like I say, half an hour away. Yes, it does take a long time to get round. Well, for me, I've been out like about 6.5 hours, but it's because I'm slow. And remember, I've been filming, I've been doing photography and everything else as well, because my idea is to go to Blackpool now to basically see the illuminations and to drive down the strip. But unfortunately, because my back is absolutely caning at the moment, I'm not too sure now what to do, because it's an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes to Blackpool, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to drive that. So what I may end up doing is starting to drive and may end up pulling over, go to Blackpool tomorrow, and then later tomorrow night do the lights, because that's the main thing for coming in. Right, I tried driving to Blackpool, and unfortunately, I couldn't. I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm just not going to be able to drive it, unfortunately. So what I've done is I've pulled into actually where I was yesterday morning, just by Coniston Water. So the idea is now is to stop over here tonight, hopefully, because there's no signs that you can't stop overnight. It is a bit of a busy road, right on the road, but again, it doesn't matter. I just want to relax, because like I say, my body is just, it doesn't like me at the moment. Let's put it like that. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a bit of relaxing time. We've got about an hour before sunset, but it is cloudy over. But if not, there's literally over there where I did some stream photography yesterday, there's just a little bit of a walk, and then you can come to the brow, and then that's where the sun is setting. So if anything comes of it, we'll have a wander over there. If not, it's just going to be a nice relaxing evening in the van. And like I say, unfortunately, I've just pushed my body too hard. I do say this in a lot of my videos again, that with my spinal problems and stuff like that, and it's just the way that it is. And again, that's the advantage of having this camper, is like I can just pull over somewhere if I can't drive, and then hopefully stop the night and then carry on from the next day, or even just for a few hours. So that's all I'm going to be doing. I've decided to take a quick walk, basically past the bridge where the waterfall is, where I came yesterday, and then you can go up a little bit. So I'm just going to go up a little bit further. It is overcast, so I don't think there's going to be any colour. I don't think any colour will break through this, but I just want to see what's a little bit further up this way anyway. It is a bit muddy down here. It is just overcast. I mean, the sun is setting basically behind me here, but you can see there's just nothing, and it's getting that spitty rain. I've just bought my G100 out instead. I wish I'd still got my little pancake lens, because I broke that one, didn't I? But at least I can fit it in my pocket, so I keep wiping the lens. I don't think there's anything really. It's nice, it's still nice around here, nice and peaceful, but I'm just going to go a little bit further, because like I say, my back is hurting. But again, this wasn't the idea. Like I say, I always say this, the idea of this trip directly wasn't photography. Photography is a reason for getting me out and just capturing that moment as well as the video anyway. Now I'm going to turn back around. It's going to get darker again in a minute, and muddy, it's slippy, and I didn't bring my head torch out. I haven't even brought my phone out, so it's in the car, so I'll have no light. But again, like I say, it's just nice to be out, and that's what I always say, it's just nice to be out. And yes, it is just open, and not that many trees, and with everything dying away because of autumn, with all the bracken being brown and everything, it's a lot better than just everything being green as it like is in the summer. Let's get back to the camper, where it's nice and warm as well. I mean, it's only 6 o'clock. I mean, for food, I had a pot noodle. I couldn't be bothered to cook anything else. Because my idea, like I say, was being Blackpool. I was going to have fish and chips. That was what I was going to have tonight. This is the only thing, isn't it, when it's like the early nights, especially even when you're at home, but especially when you're in a camper, is what you do, you know, to pass the time away. I mean, me, I'm completely and utterly knackered because, like I say, I didn't get that much sleep last night, the night before, and so on, just due to pain, basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the bed out. Like I say, I've got TV. I mean, I talked about this in another video, and then the principles are the same, is what to do in a camper when it's raining or snowing outside are the same when it's an early night like this. I mean, again, because it's only just me, watching TV, playing a games console or whatever is absolutely fine, and getting the bed out and that. But if you've got someone with you, then yes, like in this, two people can sit or even lie together and then keep each other warm in that sense as well. And I know it's going to be a very unsettled night for me. Again, not to do with the camper, just me anyway. So what I'm going to do now is I will say good night for now, and then I will see you in the morning. Hopefully I don't get moved on from here. If I do, then I'll have to find somewhere else, but we'll see anyway. So there's a bit of road noise, but it's, like I say, it's 6 o'clock, so hopefully that'll die down. And yeah, so I will see you in the morning. Right, good night. Future me here, what I'm going to do is there's still 2 more videos to come on this trip, but because it's been Christmas, I want to do a few Christmas themed videos. So basically the next video will be out in like 2 weeks time, and in between then there's going to be some silly Christmassy ones. So like I say, I hope you enjoy the next few silly little videos anyway. And now for the bloopers. God, look at my hair, it's a bloody mess. Hey, colour, just get spectacular views. Just really nice. Don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I'm trying to say, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. Orange of the thing. Now, body to the limit. Well, the idea is, no, I ain't got time, and as well, I mean, first of all, I'm over, and then, well, come through the gates. Come through the... Oh, watch this puddle.